Healthy people. It has been a solid day. What word would you use to describe your day? It is obviously it's Elmira. I am the executive producer of the World Family Experience coming up on August the 29th. And today we are hosting another behind the scenes chat with one of our, I'll call him a performer. Elroy Johnson is actually a speaker. He's a public speaker and more, and we're talking about building a lasting legacy today. And I see that you are in the room there, Elroy. Let me know, how is your day going? It's been cool over here. What's up, Elroy?
Hello, hello. How are you?
Very well. What is that you wearing? You got the whole get up.
I know I tried to, try to put on a nice little outfit for you. It's been a busy day, but I still wanted to come and bring some energy and bring some energy to the live on this evening.
Yeah, what you been busy with today?
So just work related stuff. I work in the insurance industry, and during this time it gets very chaotic to say
Hmm.
the least in the insurance industry. So yes, and then I got straight off of work, came back, dealt with some stuff, preparing to get amped up for this live. So it's definitely a process.
Well, there is actually synergy. You said you work in insurance, and of course, this conversation is going to be about legacy. I'll ask the first question, and this may seem a little unrelated, but it's not. What does insurance have to do with legacy? Like why are you even in that industry and the connection with legacy?
And that's a great question. And along with that, insurance is really important, right? Because as we live this life and we leave our footprint and everything, we want to be able to have something of value to pass on to our loved ones and everything. And insurance, life insurance, basically helps those that will pass on to be able to leave security for their loved ones, and to be able to help them, send them home in a proper manner, but also to be able to leave them something as well. And so I encourage everyone, if you don't have life insurance, definitely get it. I got involved with the insurance industry just to share additional impact and everything. I've been with the company now for almost going on 7 years actually. So
Oh,
yes.
wow, you've been there a long time. I didn't know. Well, let's flip a little bit, flip gears. So, of course, we know you're going to be speaking at the World Family Experience, which is coming up in
Yes.
a month. So today is
Woo!
July.
Let's
I know,
go.
get hype, get hype. And you are actually, I think I mentioned this to you before, but you are opening up the event.
Yes.
You are leading the event. So kind of let people know, what are you going to bring to this as you set the tone?
Yes. So as I set the tone, my goal is to really get everyone in a mindset of renewal, in a mindset of joy, because in everything that's going on in the world, and we've talked about this before, there is so much. There's so much different controversial, um, things that are going on in the world. There are so many things from the economy to financial situations, and the world needs positive. The world needs more positive stuff. The world needs more things like this to be able to get people reignited, get their fire reignited and everything for their purpose. Because a lot of times in this kind of society that we're having to face right now, there is a lot of stress. There is a lot of stress out here. There is a lot of uncertainty. And, in those times, we want to be able to bring positive energy, to be able to give people hope, because, that's something that, unfortunately right now we don't see much of. So I'm very grateful to be a part of the world experience, because this is what the world needs, the world experience, right? So
Mhm.
being able to bring that to many many people, many households, and I just excited about this opportunity.
Yeah, and you said something important. You're like hope through all the stressors, where they're financial, it could be grief through death, or just anything that people are dealing with. What would you say? Because a lot of times speakers speak from personal experience. What is something like a hardship that you had to deal with that you're like, I have to speak on this. I have to give people some confidence, boost their energy, like invigorate them. What have you dealt with?
It's so funny, because during COVID, and even pre-COVID, I've been in different situations where I had to take a couple of steps back and really reevaluate different things in my life or whatever. One of the biggest things that happened to me, I'm originally from Virginia, but I moved here to South Carolina almost a decade ago, almost about 10 years ago. And when I first got into Columbia, South Carolina, for the first time ever, I had experienced homelessness.
Mm,
And during that process and everything, it really was an awakening. As weird as this may sound, homelessness is always considered, a negative thing, right? But with the right mindset, it basically reignites your fire. Like, during that process when I was going through that and everything, right? I had to really change my mindset up towards a lot of things. I had to really be intentional about what I wanted to do and my plans and things of that nature, right? Because with every great setback comes a great comeback,
mm,
right? So therefore, I had to get in that mindset. And just to fast forward, even when COVID hit and everything, and as devastating as COVID was, being in a situation where you have been homeless actually gives more fuel to be able to make it through something like that. And there's a lot of people that's going to be listening to the world experience, maybe listening to this live right now, that may have not been through some of those situations. Others may have been through similar situations, but it's always good to be able to give encouragement, to give insight into the mindset that it takes to really advance, past those obstacles and everything. And that's really what I was passionate about, even during COVID. It gave me a opportunity to serve those who wanted to start businesses, and a lot of people had to start really evaluating what they wanted to do, right? Because now we was already in a digital age, but it even
yeah.
encouraged the digital age even more, as a lot of things had to go live, and also like virtual meetings and things of that nature. So it was really a game changer, and really gave people the opportunity to really reflect and also to reevaluate certain aspects of their life.
Yeah, COVID did that for sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
me too. And you talk about your experience with homelessness. I've had that too, because some people think homelessness simply means you living out on the street, you under the bridge.
mhm,
No, 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 it's not just that. But
right,
my situation in 2023 was I lost my apartment, I lost my massage suite, so I had no place to live. So that's homeless.
yes, yes,
Like, I was literally homeless. I left, like Elroy, I left some of my stuff in my apartment because, hey, Johnny, what's up? I left some of my stuff in my apartment because I just couldn't take it. And I
right.
was just like, F it. I just want out. I was like, I want out. So for me, I feel you, because I found a place to stay. Like my friend Tanya gave me a place to stay before I moved here to Georgia. And then when I first got here, my cousin and her husband gave me a place to stay. But we would be shocked and surprised, or maybe not. The number of people who have dealt with homelessness or still dealing with it, and they're going to work. They go to work every day. Yeah, everything's good here, Johnny. How about you? They go to work every day. They make it seem like it's all peachy, but they
Hmm.
deal with stuff in the background.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so okay, you said something else important about the importance of the digital age and virtual. And of course, this event is virtual, is streaming worldwide, and it's event, everybody. This ain't no concert. So this is
Right.
an event to bring people together to not feel lonely. You have a sense of belonging. There are musicians, speaker like Elroy. We have a 12-year-old singer, Orion. We have poets from all over the world. This is a world family experience. There will be people there for you to vibe with. So you don't need to feel left out. Bring your whole family, bring your girlfriend, bring your boyfriend, bring your grandma, bring your papa, whoever. It's because it's family friendly. What is the importance of doing things digitally, Elroy, in 2026 and beyond? What do you see as that importance?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So just to reemphasize the question that was asked, why is the digital age so important in 2026, even moving in 2027? We're living in an age now where our digital print is even more significant for our brands that we have now. Even looking at how AI has boomed, right? AI has been around for a while, right? But there has been like an AI boom, like the internet boom, right? And there is certain scarcity around AI and everything, right? And this is something that I feel led to educate people on is how to utilize AI for the positive aspects of self, and helping their brand, helping their business, things of that nature, right? Um, you know, using AI, for example, now it's getting to the point where even with corporate jobs now, it's going to become a thing where it's going to be a necessity to be able to learn and know certain AI based platforms, um,
Hmm.
even to just stay relevant. I've seen companies now just starting AI divisions in companies as well. Just because now since AI has become more relevant and a lot more companies are starting to adopt AI, there has to be governance around AI, right? And everything, even for inclusion in business models and things of that nature. So I do really feel that it is important to be able to define what your brand looks like in a digital age, because this is something that we definitely need to be aware of, and this is something that I'm going to be more passionate about as time goes along, is to help those who have that brand, who have that business, to be able to really know how to capitalize and take advantage of AI and not let AI take advantage of you or your business.
That's the key right there, because we can be controlled by anything. Like I could
Right.
allow this phone to control me. I could allow this sweatshirt to control me, my lipstick, anything. But it's just a tool, and when it's broken down that way, we do not need to be afraid of it. Just like you said, I'll reiterate, how can I use that to build my legacy? How can I use that to support my business, my artistry, my whatever it is I am building is this day and time? How can I use those tools? I've been using the tools for this, for the World Family Experience. Like when FIVA was on, that just ended, what, about a week and a half
Yeah.
ago? I made well, my boyfriend did it. He made ads, little 15-second videos with the artist kicking the
Nice.
soccer ball into the goal. And it was saying, come kick it with us at the World Family Experience. So you can utilize the tool for whatever you want it to do. Just like I play the trumpet. I can use my trumpet for good or I can use it for bad.
Right. Right. I
So
couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, so okay, I got another question because I know you've written a lot of books or several books. What was it that made you want to put your thoughts on paper and build legacy in that way? Because the book never dies. Like once you write
Yeah.
it, people can find it, they can shop for it. It's everywhere.
Yes, and being able to create content, especially in book form, I feel like it's really important, right? Because this is one element of my lasting legacy. Everything that we do from a day-to-day basis, we're building towards our lasting legacy. So even in my current book, which is Legacy Building a Timeless Impact, I talk about how do we position ourselves to creating a legacy plan that builds towards our brand, right? Because even with our brand, we want to consider what that legacy element looks like. Every book that I write, every video recording of me that I have for speaking purposes or what have you, these are digital footprints that builds towards lasting legacy. And the thing is, you never know how you can impact somebody. Someone may pick up my book, someone may attend the world family experience, and they can be impacted in a way that we cannot even envision because what we're putting out is something that is food for others and everything. So that's why when it comes to anything that we do, we should treat it with care. We should treat it with care because the next person that comes behind us, we're literally planting seeds into other people. And as you're planting seeds into other people, those seeds are going to grow.
Hmm.
Want to be able to cultivate those seeds in the other people, and that's what our works can do, and that's why legacy is so important.
Why did you give the book that title? Because that's a strong title.
You know, when I think about impact, we we all have the ability to impact others. We impact when you really think about it, we impact people on a daily basis, right? You can positively impact people, you can negatively impact people, but we should build our focus on impacting people positively on a day-to-day basis. And when you think of the word impact, impact is a powerful word, right? But even as powerful as the word impact is, it's still even small things day to day that we can do that touches people, that impact people's lives. And I really feel like, as we are, as brands, as businesses, that should be our goal. What can we do to build a timeless impact? Timeless impact leads to sustainability. We want anything that we do to be sustainable, right? And the first step is to ensure that we have timeless impact, because the more impact that we have, the more positive impact that we have, the more that people will be able to obtain what is given and then benefit and then share that information with other people. And when people can literally remember, or people can remember just even things such as, I'll give an example, right? You have a little girl, and you had that little girl, but you had that pastor in the church, right? And every Sunday, the pastor would go over and give the little girl $1. Every Sunday, she'll get and pray with her or whatever, right? And then that girl just continues to grow up. She grows up into a teenager, and unfortunately, just like in life, the pastor passes on or whatever, right? But that girl grew into a teenager, remembering the impact that that pastor had on her life. So now she grows up into a teenager, and now because of that seed that that pastor had planted into her, now she has a heart of service. Now she has ambitions to create, to create programs maybe around feeding the homeless, or maybe creating a nonprofit around helping unfortunate women to be able to get back into the workforce. So you never know how just a small act of service can really impact someone's life and plant that seed to be able to plant into other people. So that's why it's so important that we look at it from that aspect.
Yeah, you just made me think about growing up where I grew up in New Kent, Virginia, and my great aunts plus my grandmother and other elders had an impact on me. But the person who came to mind as you was telling me that story is my great aunt, because she would make us do puzzles. I'm like, why are we doing puzzles? I don't want to do no word puzzles. He got us doing cryptograms. I'm 8 years old. She got us cleaning the church. She got us doing all kinds of, but it taught us service, and it taught us um being a part of the community and earning stuff, because she would take us on a trip or something.
Hmm.
Okay, if you all clean the church all summer or whatever, y'all get to go bowling with me. And so I remember that, and I can duplicate the same thing. And that's part of why I'm even putting this on, because me and you, we met in person. I guess it was maybe, I don't know, was it 8 years ago? Almost eight, nine,
Right,
something like
right.
that. So I, in putting this together, started thinking about who are all the people that I know who are impactful, who need to present at this event. So you were one of the people who came to mind, and it just all came together because of those seeds like you planted, or the other people who are performing or doing their artwork at the World Family Experience. I didn't forget about you, you know. Because we was on Broadway in Nashville eating ice
Yeah.
cream, and we went out to eat because you had come there. What, remind me what you came there, because it was some speakers conference, or you spoke, didn't you speak?
Yes, coincidentally, yes, I was there for a business trip because I was there to actually present at a conference there. So the way everything works, there's no mistakes. There's no mistakes in how we come and meet and be able to cultivate those relationships over the years. And like you said, it's a beautiful thing when years later you can still cultivate relationships, because of the impact, the impact that I had on you and the impact that you had on me and everything.
Right.
Yes.
And it's full circle in multiple ways, because you in Columbia and I be in Columbia. Matter of fact, I was in Columbia last weekend, but
Oh,
passing passing through on the way to Myrtle Beach. So I'll
right.
get up with you one of the times that we're actually there
Okay.
for
Okay.
a
Yeah.
long period of time, because this time we were just there to go to, we had to meet up with my boyfriend's family and then go head to Myrtle Beach. So well, no, it was like pick up the car and go type thing. But
Right.
you see, like I'm even there now. It's like you can't miss your people. And that's
Right.
another point that I want to make, because we're talking legacy today. Sometimes there are critical people that impact, that are necessary for your legacy. So don't overlook them, or don't think, okay, I can make it without this person. If God is showing you, wait a minute, this person keeps showing up in your life, this woman, this guy, there's something to this. You need to do something together. Y'all might need to write a book together. Y'all might need to start a business together. You might need to help each other with this, or I don't know, they might be the person you buy your house from. I don't know. Y'all can write a song together. Something
Right. Right.
is there, some type of synergy for y'all to keep coming across each other like that.
Yes. I couldn't agree more.
So, okay, I got to ask you about something else, because of course you bring in the serious nature to this, but people also need to know you model too, and you do
Y-
other stuff. Tell me about
Yeah.
that, because when you model, you be cutting up on the stage, you be getting into it. I was like, look at
Look, I came out of retirement because so you had saw the footage. At my job, we each year we have what's called EAW Week, Employee Appreciation Week. And for the first time, I was asked to be a part of a talent show because they was aware that I've modeled in the past, and that's a part of my brand too. To be able to bring purpose even through just being in shows and things of that nature, right? So just to be able to get out on stage and really do my thing and really show the impact. The neatest thing that happened this past year when I was doing the that model routine, as I mentioned, I have a very deep footprint now in AI, and I'm learning different softwares, different elements, and different sides of AI. So I just recently learned how to make music with AI, right? So I've produced probably over 10 AI songs now. And one of the songs that I produced was my actual model routine walk that I would do for actually I would say instead of like model routine music, I would say it's like my anthem. I'll just say my anthem, right? So like if I'm being brought up to speak or whatever the case is, that hype song to kind of bring you out and get people energized as you're transitioning and everything. So that song I actually had a chance to model to for the first time, and the energy was just up there. Everybody was cheering, and it was just a great experience. But yes, being able to model, being able to just to be able to show people the different sides of what I do has been just truly a blessing. Being able to just share my vision, share my craft, share my talents with the world, and that's what it's about. Because as we mentioned, we have to really just love on our brothers and sisters, because we're in a critical time. We're in a critical time now. It's so important that we're able to just love on our brother and our sister, make our brother and sister laugh. Because we have to uplift each other, and that's the only way we can make it.
Yeah, because when it comes down to it, too, yes, we may be dealing with stress, financial stress, emotional stress, health stress, all the things, housing stress. If you can laugh at it and
Yes.
have gratitude for, because that's how I felt. I was speaking about my homeless situation. People thought I was crazy at the time because they're like, how are you talking about this so in such a joyful way? I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. I got a place to stay. I was able to sell stuff and make some money. I sold my bed. I sold my couch. I sold, you know what I'm saying? I sold my massage table. It was not that bad because a lot of times the stuff is worse in our head than it actually is too.
Mm.
Because it,
Laughter is truly a medicine. There's a great song. There's a great song. It's actually called "Laughter is a Medicine." I want to say it's one of the Winans one of the Winans children had did a song along with some K-pop artists called "Laughter is a Medicine," and it's just
oh,
it's just like a really impactful song just to remind people that yeah, laugh more, because it is truly a medicine.
I gotta look up that song because I did hear the one song that BB Winans did with the K-pop group. I wonder if it's the same group. So I'm gonna look that up
It
when we
could
come
possibly
here.
be, so definitely look that up and see.
Yeah, because
But,
I do like in the K-pop because our other, you haven't met her yet, but the other artist, Kishandra, who's going to be
mhm.
singing, she's into the Korean culture, like
Yes, okay.
into Korean gospel and all this stuff. And she speaks
Hmm.
Korean. She be on here talking about, I can't speak. I said, you know more than I know. Yes, you can. You can speak Korean. I said, what
I
you
know
talking
that's
about?
right. K-pop is just K-pop is actually a very unique but very interesting genre of music. I think I learned about it about a couple years back when I first started
Mhm.
learning how to drum. That's when I started learning about K-pop and other kind of genres of music. Because as you drum, or if you're just a musician at all, you want to be kind of well versed in different genres
Yeah,
of music. So you start kind of learning about different genres of music and exploring different genres of music as well.
Yeah. Well, I think I got one more final question, unless
Okay.
something else come up. What is it, the big thing you are doing to prepare yourself for the big day next month, like August 29th? How are you preparing yourself mentally, physically, all of that? Like, how do you, because people always want to know, how does the speaker get ready? Like,
You know what? I've never been asked that, but that's a great question, and I really would just say this: when I prepare for any speech or any time that I get in front of an audience to, whether it's give a training, to give motivational encouragement, I prepare myself mentally for the people that is going to be hearing, right?
mm,
Because the most important aspect of being able to give a message is not what's being said, but the ears that are listening to what's being said, right? Because it goes back to the word that I mentioned earlier, impact. My focus is, even if I can just impact one life and get one person to be able to consider their legacy, consider their mindset, that's a win. So
yeah.
my goal is to prepare, think of the people that are going to be my audience, and really give them something that's going to be energizing, and that's going to be food for their spirit, food for their thought, and everything. So yes, that's how I would answer that.
Yeah, I'm applauding that all the way around, because that's why you would be talking to deaf ears if you were just up there, because you can speak to yourself at home, you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you got to speak, like you said, speak to the audience. What am I ready to allow them to hear?
Yes.
And just one, all it takes is one, because sometimes we can get so wrapped up in this as speakers, as artists, as presenters, as musicians, anybody who's on stage. We can get caught up in how many people were there. Oh my gosh, was 30,000 in the crowd? Was it like a Chris Brown Usher show, or did I have nobody in the crowd and it was like they was booing me? It don't matter, because if there was one person who liked your speech, who liked the song, that's huge. All
Yes.
you need is one.
Just one. Just one.
All I who that was a song too. All I need is one. I can't remember. I think that's a hip hop song. I can't remember, but that was a song too. No,
Right.
I think it's One Mic. I think that's the name of the song. One Mic. Hi Sam. It might be Nas. Y'all don't quote me on that, but y'all tell me in the comments who do that song. All I need is one mic. Okay. Well, any final words you want to share with the people as we prepare for the World Family Experience on August the 29th? And before you say that, I got to let everybody know you need to be in the room. And you may be wondering, why do I even want to come to this? Because you need a place to belong. You've been saying, I want something different. You've been saying, I need to get around my people. Where are my people? I don't feel right. Like I lost my job. I lost my house. I lost this. And you don't even have to be in a sense of desperation, but you just want to be amongst a crowd. You want to be in the energy of joy, of upliftment. That's what this event is about. 3 hours of this, y'all. We got comedy, we got speaking, we got poetry, we got music. I'm going to be performing. Elroy is speaking. It's just, we got the DJ who's going to be playing worldwide hits. It's just, you bring your food, like Elroy gonna have the food for your mind and for your soul. Then you can eat your food. If you want to eat Chinese food, if you want to eat Thai food, you want to eat soul food, you want to eat Brazilian food, it don't matter. Okay, final words.
Thank you. Look, I'm just sitting back enjoying, because everything that you're saying, I agree 110%. But if I have final thought, I just want to tell everybody your time is now. You know, consider your legacy. Build your legacy now. And we're gonna be getting pumped up, right? Because your legacy is so important. You may not realize it right now, you may not see it right now, but trust and believe. And let me tell you one more thing, you are enough. So many people go through life and they have the naysayers in their ears and got so much stuff in their ears. We have to realize that we are enough. Despite what anyone around us say, we are enough. So as we prepare for the world, family,
It's friends too.
experience,
It's friends and
yeah,
family.
friends and family, get
Yes.
excited because we are about to enter something that is going to be beyond what our minds can even fathom. So I would just say, make sure you come to this event. There is so much impact that is going to be bought through this digital event, and you want to leave your footprint for sure.
Yeah, because it's just that. Leave your footprint because you're gonna be able to put the footprint in the sand, just like that image of Jesus. And you're gonna be saying, this was me before the event, and this was me after. I'm changed. I'm a changed man. I'm a changed woman. Look, what is this? Oh yes.
It's going to be renewal. Hey, it's
Yeah,
going to be a
renewal,
renewal.
that's the word. Okay, thank you so much again, Elroy. Everyone, we will see you next time. We'll have some more behind the scenes chats, and make sure you stay tuned right here on Instagram, on YouTube, on Eventbrite, everywhere. Look up World Family Experience. You'll see it. Okay, bye.
All right, everyone.